Hi, so yeah, I'm trying to demonstrate this smart follow gate system. So there are a few different components running at the moment. So my Raspberry Pi is running here. So it is having two Python programs running to detect the vehicle distance, whether the vehicle has arrived or not. And there's another thread running for opening and closing the gate. So, and also there is a network tracer running to trace my Wi-Fi network and identify the connected device to check whether the configured device has been just connected to the Wi-Fi or not. And also this one is listening for the vehicle arrival and initiating the process to take the image from these webcams. So this is Raspberry Pi configured with everything, and in front of that we have this webcam configured with the printed number plate. So, and also I have another camera set up in the garage to observe the vehicle and actually the roller gate opening and closing function. So let's try to demonstrate this. So I'm going to wave my hand in front of this ultrasonic sensor. Then it should detect by this Python program and initiate the messages to the MQTT, so it will trigger the entire process. So let's give it a try and see. Okay, so it has initiated. Now you can see the network is tracing. So it's trying to detect. Okay, so now start vehicle detection process, and it says phone arrival not detected because my phone is already in the Wi-Fi. So because of that, it detects there's no arrival of a configured phone. So then I try to reconnect my phone in order to mimic the situation. So I'm going to disconnect from Wi-Fi and connect to the link, and I'm triggering the process key. So now you can see phone arrival detected, and it's taking image. This image has been taken. You can see the gate is opening. So the vehicle arrived and sending signal to open the gate. And now it's waiting until the vehicle is parked inside the garage. So if you go to this second tab, you can see the opening the door signal has sent. And if you wait for a while, and I use the same camera for the garage and gate, so it will take the same image like this, and it's again taking the image. So you can see, okay, so vehicle has parked safely inside the garage, so you can see the gate is closing now. Yeah, so I think that covers the demonstration part, and you can see the images taken. So images are tagged with garage and gate depending on the camera, but in my case I configured both as safe. Yeah, so that's pretty much of it. Thank you. Okay, if I try to explain a bit about the technical part of it, so mainly as shown in the demonstration, so we have a few Python codes running in the Raspberry Pi, and the MQTT server is configured in Raspberry Pi itself, and there is another Python program running for the image detection process in Windows, and those are communicating using this MQTT server, and also the remote controller for controlling the roller gate is connected to this this particular Python program. So actually, it's sending signal to the Raspberry Pi specified ports to send some signal to switch the relays on and off depending on the command to press the relevant button in this particular remote controller. And also the ultrasonic sensor is again connected to the same different Python code which listens to, detects the distance between the object and the sensor. So if it less than the configured value, it starts detecting something and sending a signal to the MQTT server. So if we look at this particular code, it's called Worker Pi, and this is running on the Raspberry Pi. So as I mentioned, so as I mentioned, so it always triggering calls from the ultrasonic sensor and detects the distance. So this is happening inside a loop. So it keeps running, and if the distance is less than this configured distance, so at the moment configured is 100, so it's going to log something and publish this MQTT message to this particular topic. This is called the arrival topic, with the message saying the vehicle has been arrived. So here it's going to push the message as vehicle arrived. So, but it's going to capture by another component which is running on the .NET. So I'll just stop it for now and go to the code and see. So it's called it will listen to the MQTT, and if it receives a message into the same topic with the message of vehicle arrival, it starts phrasing the net. So here in my router there is an admin console. So this .NET program will log into the admin console and get all the connected devices. So then it will grab all these, for example, if I show so this is my admin console of my router. So if I go there, the network section, I go to the LAN, so I can see all the devices connected to my Wi-Fi network. So by looking at this remaining list time, I can figure out what is the time that is connected, that these devices are connected. So which means if I just connected to the Wi-Fi, this number should be very close to the default list time. So by looking at that, I can figure out whether this device is connected to the Wi-Fi recently or it has been connected from a while. So device can be identified using this MAC address, which is not going to change. So I have configured those stuff in a different configuration file. For example, now here you can see, so I have configured this particular device, this MAC address in the configuration file. So along with the MAC address, I specified the vehicle numbers, so, which means person who has the smartphone with this MAC address will come by this vehicle or this vehicle. So that it means. So after tracing the network, so it will try to get all the vehicles. For example, if this is the MAC address that I just received, so it will take this list, right? So these are the vehicles that you need to check whether arrived at the gate, and add those list of vehicles into the message, so latter part of the message, and again it will push another message to different topic in the same MQTT server. So this message contains the vehicles belongs to that particular device. So this message is at the camera topic, and it says phone arrival detected. If there are no any phones detected within the configured interval, it's a very short interval, and that is also configured here. So this threshold, which is 300, which means I think 3 milliseconds or 3 minutes or 5 minutes. I think it's 5 minutes, and so if there are no any phones arrived at during the configured time, it simply push a message to MQTT saying that phone arrival not detected, which means the vehicle has came, but there's no authorized phone inside the vehicle. So if there are phones, I mean, if it detects a phone, then it will send a different message with detected vehicles belongs to that particular phone. So this message will be captured by this program, which is again running inside the Windows machine, and if it detects a phone arrival detected, so then initiating the camera process. So this will take the image and send it to the camera image processing API. So which is again a .NET application, and calls this Google image processing API, and get the text version of that image. So that should have the configured vehicle number. So if it has the configured vehicle number, then it will it will again put a message to the MQTT saying open the gate. So there is another topic for that. So this one will be listened by this Python program, which is again running in the Raspberry Pi. So depending on the message, it says control the door, true or false, depending on opening or closing part. So this will send the signal to RF, which will press the correct relevant button, and which will open or close the gate depending on the situation. So that's pretty much of it, and also the cameras, the IP cameras also connected to the same network, and at the time of image processing, this program will call this camera through IP and take the image. So I think I covered the technical part of it. Yeah, so that's pretty much of it. Thank you.